Tasmania, an Australian island and state, is the 26th largest island in the world. Located 240 kilometers south of the continent, Tasmania is promoted as the natural state because of its large and relatively unspoiled natural environment. Almost 37% of Tasmania lies in reserves, national parks and the World Heritage Sites. The state capital and the largest city is Hobart. Founded in 1803, Hobart is Australia's second oldest capital city after Sydney. A resident of Hobart is known as Hobartian. The city is the financial and administrative heart of Tasmania and also serves as the home port for both Australian and French Antarctic operations. Surrounded by exceptional natural beauty, Hobart and surrounds offers you everything from an adventure-packed mini break to the delights of a relaxed week of dining and discovery. Or take a tour with Captain Fell's double-decker bus and explore Hobart a bit more. Back to the city, we're at Salamanca. Once a busy place for sailors, whalers and workmen, the old Georgian warehouses that line Salamanca Place are today Hobart's cultural hub. It is home to galleries, theatres, cafes, craft shops and restaurants. Shops here open every day, but it's not as bustling as the markets on Saturdays, and more so with the talented artists entertaining you at every corner.
Save you from another man. A million lies about it. So make lies about it.
Upside down, love to hear it, love to hear it, love to hear it, turn the beat around.
Salamanca is Hobart's most popular outdoor market where you can join the locals for a shopping experience and find all good things to eat. It is the place where you actually meet the people who create, make or grow what they sell. You will find locally grown organic fruit and vegetables, freshly cut flowers, fine Tasmanian arts and crafts and an array of odds and ends.
Cuando la tarde la parece decir, cuando la tarde languidece renacen las sombras, mira que los cafetales vuelven a servir, canción de amor de la vieja oriental, el letargo de la noche parece decir, una pena de amor, una tristeza, lleva el Sambo Manuel en su amargura, hacen que sobre la noche moviendo café.
Time to get out of the city for a day excursion, a 22-kilometer drive to Mount Wellington. The summit can be reached via this narrow road constructed in the early 1930s. Mount Wellington is often referred to simply as the mountain by residents of Hobart, and it rises to 1,271 meters over the city. From Hobart, the most distinctive feature of Mount Wellington is the cliff of dolerite columns known as the organ pipes. Mount Wellington was originally referred to as Ungyaletta or Kunanyi to the indigenous people of Tasmania, who are believed to have arrived in Tasmania approximately 30 to 40,000 years ago. An enclosed lookout near the summit provides spectacular views of the city below and to the east, the Derwent Estuary, and also glimpses to the World Heritage Area nearly 100 kilometers to the west. But on a clear day, that is. It is frequently snow-covered. Visitors to the summit are advised to dress warmly against the often icy winds at the summit, which have been recorded at sustained speeds of over 157 kilometers per hour. On the way back, we visited other mountains in the vicinity, where it was less cloudy at the viewpoint. No tour is complete without visiting Cadbury's chocolate factory. At least that's what I was told. And so we set off on our sweet tooth way to check it out. Cadbury's Claremont is the largest chocolate factory in Australia and the Southern Hemisphere. It all started when Cadbury decided to expand overseas in 1922. As Australia was one of the company's largest export markets, it was decided to be an appropriate location for their new operations. Tasmania was chosen as the location due to the state's cheap provision of hydroelectricity by the Hydroelectric Commission, cool climate and the availability of high-quality fresh dairy production and supply. You don't quite get to see the factory in action, but you do get to understand what cocoa beans are and how they are transformed into mouth-watering chocolates. The old machines are on display for the nostalgias, but for others it is straight to the Choco Shop. On the road again and up we go to Brighton and reached Bunurong. Bunurong is an Aboriginal native name meaning native companion and is Tasmania's most popular wildlife park, located in Brighton, established in 1981 as a sanctuary for the injured and orphaned wildlife. Here, people are also educated on how to help save, rehabilitate and release injured animals. Bunurong Wildlife Park is not a zoo, but a sanctuary where you get an up-close and personal experience with the wildlife. And of course, one that everyone wants to see is a Tasmanian devil. The Tasmanian devil, the world's largest surviving carnivorous marsupial, cannot be mistaken for any other animal. Its spine-chilling screeches, dark color and bad temper led early European settlers to call it the devil, Although only the size of a small dog, it can look and sound incredibly fierce. They have powerful jaws which are 9 times as strong as a dog's and comparable to a shark or crocodile, and teeth that enable them to completely devour their prey, bones, fur, and all. But do you know what is the one and only thing devils don't eat? They are echidna, or spiny anteater quills. Moving on from the devils to the tamer creatures that you can touch and feed, the wallabies, wallaroos, the kangaroos, and their joeys in Kanga country. Daylight is still accommodating, and so we drove to Richmond, stopping by for a while to taste some wine. Richmond is a town that tells the story of an early Australian colonial village, handmade brick and mellow stone on the banks of the Coal River. It was proclaimed a town by Lieutenant Governor Sorrell in 1824. It played an important role as a convict station and military outpost in the early days of the colony. Walk or drive across Australia's oldest bridge, built by convict labour between 1823 and 1825. Or wander in the cemetery of Australia's oldest remaining Catholic church, St. John's, built in 1836. Richmond is a perfect place to learn about Tasmania's rich heritage. Artists and craftspeople have been drawn to the town for generations, and you'll find examples of their work in galleries and cafes. But nothing beats this little tea room called The Maze, where with a cup of fine tea and a great homemade sandwich, we were shown how to write our names in old Gothic letters. In wintertime, the sun sets very early and it's almost time to go back. But let's do a bit of a detour to Old Beach. Driving down to the pier just for a short stop over to look at the ducks and a beautiful sunset across the waters, we are reminded yet again how beautiful, natural, and serene Tasmania is.